I definitely know. Going back to another video, me and Payton are here to try and help you because as we know, every couple has problems and every couple has toes. We're basically a young couple that has been almost dating for 2.5 years now, and we are just working on trying to help other couples communicate and overall try and make their relationship last if it's going good for them. We're basically just couples advice, tips, and overall, we just try and help other young couples and other couples in general. So that's basically what the purpose of this channel is, and to show our relationship. About 4 days ago, I posted on my Instagram story of what questions that you want us to talk about that you guys sent. You guys told us about some problems in your relationship that you guys are having, and basically you asked us for advice, so I wrote all those down. We're gonna be answering those today, and we're gonna go in depth on what we think. And yeah, remember, this is just our opinion. Others couples may do it differently. It just honestly depends. This is just our opinion and how me and her have resolved it and how it's worked. How to resolve arguments maturely and overall arguing too much. Arguing maturely sometimes, I feel like you're always gonna be immature sometimes. I feel like the best way to handle an argument is try not to yell at each other, try not to scream, and try and sit down and listen. No matter how annoying that person is, and you just want to slap them on the forehead and
you touched my sucker.
Grab her face and just
You touched my lollipop. Please don't do that again.
Honestly, the best way to handle an argument is just to be mature about it, sit down and listen to each other's side. And remember, you're not fighting each other, you're trying to resolve the argument. Just, directly try and solve that argument. Try not to bring up other things, just solve the problem at hand. Always try and come in the middle. Try and meet a 50-50 during an argument. That's
Oh, okay. How to stop arguing too much. So at first, I feel like you guys might want a little bit of distance. That's helped us a little bit, having our own space.
When you're with someone repetitively, 24/7, you're gonna argue, you're gonna bicker. I think what's important is over that certain period of time, you learn how to handle each other, you learn to do stuff that doesn't make them upset, and you learn how to be with that person 24/7. I think it's very important too, especially in a committed relationship, you need to figure out how to, in a way, live with each other. You need to figure out how to deal with each other. You need to figure out if you can handle one another, and you need to figure out, I really don't like it when she does this, so maybe we can figure that out. And you just overall need to learn how to be with each other for a very long time, and you learn how to figure out the arguments and figure out the bickering quick before it gets out of hand, because that's the best way to learn how to live with each other. And I think that will definitely help the longevity of the relationship and the health of the relationship if you can figure that out.
How to overcome being jealous about who they hang out with.
In a relationship, I think it is very respectful to try not hang out with other women or other men in the relationship. So basically, you just have to come in the middle with that. You have to figure out okay, I don't feel comfortable with this. Okay, I don't feel comfortable with this. So let's say your spouse didn't feel comfortable, you hang out with that person regardless of gender, whatever, vice versa. I don't know which is which, but basically, she didn't like me hanging out with girls alone. So let's say for that example, well, I think the best thing to do in that situation is try and hang out with them together. So, the girlfriend's there, she knows that nothing's going on, you're still gonna hang out with that friend. I think, the best way to handle that situation is try and meet in the middle and just try and figure out what your partner is comfortable with. The last thing that you should feel is uncomfortable, or if you stress your concerns to your partner, and you shouldn't feel stressed or you shouldn't feel scared that your partner's hanging out with someone alone. You just need to talk to them about your concerns, and you guys need to sit down and have a big conversation and meet in the middle.
How to overcome being jealous about what your girlfriend or boyfriend wears. I never really had a problem too much.
I did. I had a big problem with it. It started to come to the point where I was being kind of toxic, and I didn't want her wearing certain clothes, and it was affecting the way that she felt about herself. Again, I just think you need to have that sit down conversation, and you need to make sure that your partner trusts them and this and that. Because I understand, if you don't want them wearing really hoey clothes out in public and this and that. I just think you need to sit down and talk to your partner and realize look, I'm your girlfriend, I'm committed to you, or vice versa. If you don't like your man wearing, sexy clothes, I guess, I don't know. If you trust each other, I should be able to wear what I want to wear, and she should be able to wear what she want to wear. How to maintain and have a healthy relationship overall. Okay, here's the thing. I think there's 3 key points to a healthy relationship, okay? Then you can say your 3. Communication, honesty, and trust. I think you have to have those 3 things to have a healthy relationship. You have to communicate all the time. You have to make sure you trust each other, you know, so you don't have to second guess all the time. And you have to be honest. Obviously, you have to be honest to be trustworthy.
Okay. My 3 are gonna be like things that just need to be in a relationship. Okay. Cuddles. You guys need to make time for a date night here and there. That is so important.
Okay.
Whether it's just going to the park and eating sandwiches that you made at home. You boys out there need to give your girls attention. Okay, how to make up after a big argument.
Make up after a big argument, I would definitely say, even if you think it's not true, you both need to apologize and say,
yes,
I was wrong. Or,
this one right here has a problem with it.
I'm very stubborn. Okay, I'll definitely admit
He always has to fight until he's right and prove others wrong.
You both need to recognize when you're wrong. You both need to be mature enough to apologize, and you both need to sit down and just say like, okay, like, you know, like, okay, we're over this, let's move past it. And just make sure that you're fully complete about the argument and the situation. Because if you're not complete, then you're just gonna feel shitty inside and you're gonna bring it up later on. Okay guys, well those were tips to maintain a healthy relationship. I think they're very important and very needed, and
questions. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire video.
And remember, I think it is okay to argue. Always remember, it's totally fine to argue as long as you resolve it and all that goods. And let us know if you have any more questions that you want us to ask in future videos. And yeah, we will see you soon.